Today, I'll be presenting Marjorie's chapter, the final descendant of Afia in Yagassi's Homegoing. Marjorie carries legacies forward through severance, using scars of history, cultural identity, and colonialism. Symbols like fire, water, and the coconut turn that trauma into resilience, healing, and family legacy.
Where you come from.
And never settle for less than your best. Education is key.
This has been in our family for generations.
Marjorie is the only child of Yao and Esther. They are loving parents but often leave Marjorie to experience a lonely childhood. Esther, once a house girl, is a loving and supportive mother who dreams of a better life for Marjorie, pushing her to value education and excellence. After watching an episode of 2020, she imagines Marjorie in a prom dress, a symbol of the family's progress from past trauma toward a hopeful future. Yao, her father, teaches that history is storytelling, connecting education to culture and identity. Marjorie follows his footsteps, reading and exploring colonialism. She reads stories like Lord of the Flies, hinting at dangers of societal chaos, helping her to understand inherited
I
trauma.
had a lot of friends in Africa.
Jumbo. What?
Tisha reflects Marjorie's journey of cultural identity. She teases Marjorie, calling her white girl, showing the divide between African Americans and African immigrants. Marjorie realizes she must navigate differently to belong. Isabel Wilkerson of the New York Times Book Review calls Tisha's character a worn-out cliche, and I agree. This portrayal of Tisha showcases African American girls as hostile, but it's just important to African Americans to preserve culture and prevent erasure. For many whose scars are usually hidden, much like Marjorie and her own ancestors, and maybe even Tisha, we proceed with caution about easily inviting people into cultural spaces. Marjorie and Graham share a love of reading. He's introduced through the story Pigeon Feathers about loneliness and searching for meaning. Graham and Marjorie connect through trauma the night he plays with the lighter. Her fear connects back to her ancestor Afia, who was born the night a fire raged in Africa, a fire her father says would haunt generations. This ancestral fire is a metaphor for colonialism, showing how historical trauma continues to affect generations. Mrs. Pinkston, one of only 2 black teachers in Marjorie's school, is a pivotal figure when she encourages Marjorie to write a poem for the Black Cultural Assembly, The Water We Wade In. Although Marjorie's initially resistant, saying she's not African American, she participates, using this creative outlet to confront her split identity, her heritage directly tied to Ghana versus her life in American school environment. Mrs. Pinkston's simple statement, "Black is black is black," bridges the divide, reminding Marjorie of a larger cultural connection.
I put you here so if your spirit ever wandered, you would know where home was.
Literary critic Reese Grindstaff argues that Akua is central to Marjorie's growth, serving as a powerful example of healing through intergenerational wisdom and forgiveness. Although Akua's past is marked by trauma, the fire, violence, and colonial history, by Marjorie's chapter, she has transformed her suffering into strength. The line, "It's almost impossible to distinguish scars from wrinkled skin," powerfully captures this transformation. Her scars, once symbols of pain, have merged into the wrinkles of age to show how healing does not erase the past, but turns into wisdom and resilience. Akua's body becomes a visible record of survival, reminding us that growth often comes from the courage to carry our history forward with understanding and grace. Like her ancestors, Marjorie's story shows how homegoing uses symbols to carry stories forward through severance, appearing as scars, questions of cultural identity, and the weight of colonial history. But symbols, fire, water, and the coconut, transform that pain into resilience. Fire represents inherited trauma, water represents renewal, and education preserves culture. In the end, homegoing shows that through resilience and legacy, we continue carrying our ancestors with us.